Maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but I have always liked the Nissan Leaf. Specifically, I have always liked what it represented. First, as a pioneer of mass-produced EVs, and second, as an affordable around-town car, even if its range maybe wasn't all that great. There have been 2 generations of Nissan Leafs, or Leafs? Anyway, that's why I'm so stoked to be here today to show you this all-new 3rd generation 2026 Nissan Leaf. The Nissan Leaf should go down in history as one of those cars whose generations look nothing alike. See, the 1st generation was kind of goofy looking, 2nd generation very conservative, but this 3rd generation for sure the most expressive one. Starting from the front, you've taken these cool 3-dimensional headlights. There is this protruding front badge and a very downward sloping nose for increased aerodynamics. And now sweeping over to the side, your standard wheel is going to be 18 inches, but this one wears 19s because it's a higher trim. You get flush door handles because of aerodynamics, and also you'll just notice that it is a lot bigger than it was. The footprint still remains car-like, but definitely there's more height here, which should translate to better interior volume. There is a pillar-mounted door handle here, a la Toyota CHR, and around the back, I really like this taillight signature. It looks like the one from the Nissan Z, and that is no bad thing. But the most important thing about the new Leaf is its charging ports. Yes, there are 2. The first one here on the driver's side is your J1772 port, which you'll be familiar with in the last Nissan Leaf. But over here on the passenger side is the NACS port, NACS, North American Charging Standard, aka the Tesla port. This means that you can charge this car at all compatible Tesla superchargers, bringing a new level of convenience to ownership.
Built on Nissan's CMF EV platform that already underpins the Ariya, the new Leaf posts far improved figures over the current Leaf. At launch, the new Leaf will be offered with the bigger 75 kilowatt-hour battery that's good for projected 303 miles of range in the S Plus trim, 288 miles in the SV Plus trim, and 259 in the Platinum Plus trim. Power will come to a claimed 214 horsepower and 261 pound-feet of torque. Later on, the S trim will launch with the smaller 52 kilowatt-hour battery, which Nissan hasn't yet provided range estimates for. However, the Leaf S will make a claimed 173 horsepower and 254 pound-feet of torque. Finally, all Leaf models will be front-wheel drive only. There will be no optional all-wheel drive. Just for some context, the current Leaf has either a 40 kilowatt-hour battery with 147 horsepower and a range of just under 150 miles, or a 62 kilowatt-hour battery with 214 horsepower and a range of a little more than 210 miles.
Now it is time to look inside. So right away you can tell, thanks to the skateboard design, it is quite spacious in here. That flat floor is indeed very nice. I really like this 2-tone upholstery situation that's going on. It is not leather, for the record. It's imitation leather, but it still feels very nice and supple to the touch. Also very cool textured effects here. Your nice sound system in the headrests. That's optional, that's not standard. Now, from the driver's seat, at first pass, the visibility does seem pretty good, at least out the front. I mean, the back, yeah, it's got big pillars back there. It'll be a little more difficult. But out the front, you can get the seat nice and high so you can see over the hood, and the dashboard is nice and low, so it's not in your direct line of sight. You've got twin digital displays. Google Apps are native on the higher trims. The screens are pretty bright, easy to read. You have your button shifters right here, your e-step mode right here, climate up here, that's fixed, that won't go anywhere. You got a volume knob. Down here you've got a little cubby for something small, 2 cup holders, and your wireless phone charging pad, which as a little Easter egg, you can see has a ginkgo leaf design, which is a nod back to Nissan's heritage, and another little cubby right here. But the beauty of the flat floor is not just extra storage, it's also, in a pinch, an emergency exit if you need to. So we're gonna use it to go check out the back row. So in the past, in the Nissan Leaf, you kind of always felt like you were sitting on top of a battery pack. Let's see if that's the case here. No, it feels good. It feels comfortable. The seats are upright, they're supportive, there's good thigh support. There is climate back here as well as heated seats, but again, this is a high trim, so that probably won't be the case on all Leafs. The leg room, it's not bad, right? I mean, I'm, again, not tall, but it's also not terrible in here. There is pretty good headroom as well, so our taller friends won't be scraping their noggins on the ceiling. And look at this panoramic roof. Wow, it lets in so much light. So there's only one trunk on the Leaf, seeing as the front is being used for all the HVAC stuff. So only rear trunk, and here it is. It's decent, you know, it's got the hatch opening for added convenience. These seats all fold down flat, so there's even more depth than what is already being shown here. There's good width, and if you need additional storage, this floor lifts up so you can access that space down there.
When it debuted as an EV in a totally combustion engine world back in 2010, the Leaf was a bold move. No one was thinking about mass producing an EV, so Nissan actually had a pretty significant head start with the Leaf. It even picked up a pretty loyal following. But as more and more EVs arrived on the scene, the Leaf's short range kept it from being truly competitive, even among the more affordable models.
Today though, there is absolutely room for a new and revamped Leaf. I mean, I haven't driven it yet, but just based on what I've seen, it's spunky, it's plucky, and you just have to pay attention to it. Plus, with the increased range, this thing is finally competitive, and I think there is a real desire for a small, maneuverable EV in the face of all the behemoth options like the Rivian R1S and Hummer EV. Two outstanding unknowns. First, how much it'll cost, which we won't find out until a later date, and also how it drives. But for now, head on over to motortrend.com to find out everything we know thus far on the 2026 Nissan Leaf. And thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you on the next one.